I speak to you, my child, in a calm voice, and I keep my words simple, and I keep my sentences short, and I use commas and periods with care, because clear commas help you breathe, and good periods help you rest, and this whole story is one long piece, and it is only me speaking, and it is a one level, and it is kind, and it is funny, and it is more than 10,000 characters, and it is for you. I wake you gently, and I say good morning in my heart, and I open the curtain a little, and I let the soft light enter the room, and I listen to your slow breath, and I smile, and I think about today, and I think about small steps, and I think about easy words, and I think about love, and I think about patience, and I choose to start slow, and I choose to start happy. I help you sit, and I stretch my arms, and I show you how to stretch your arms, and we make big circles, and we make small circles, and we laugh because we look like the slow windmills, and slow windmills look very wise and maybe a little funny. And that is perfect for us. I say in my head, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and I keep the rhythm soft. And I use commas to keep the rhythm, and I use periods to end each idea. And I do not rush, and I do not push, and I keep the morning light, and I keep the morning peace. I take your hand, and we walk to the kitchen, and we wash our hands, and the water is cool, and the soap makes bubbles, and the bubbles look like tiny moons, and one bubble sits on your nose, and you cross your eyes, and we laugh again, and the bubble pops, and the tiny moon becomes tiny rain, and the tiny rain runs away. I boil water, and I make tea for me, and I warm milk for you, and I cut fruit, and I toast bread, and I add a little butter, and I add a little jam, and I draw a smile with the jam, and I say in my mind, hello, bread. Thank you for the energy. And the bread says nothing, and that is good, because talking bread is a little scary, and we do not need scary things so early. I put the plate on the table, and I put the cup on the table, and I put a small napkin on the side, and the napkin is ready for a big job, and the big job is to catch tiny crumbs, and the napkin is brave, and the napkin is calm, and the napkin is a quiet hero. I sit with you, and I eat with you, and we chew slowly, and we count to 5 for each bite, and we clap with our eyes, and we enjoy the taste, and we enjoy the moment. And I say in my heart, this is family, this is simple, this is good. I remind you to drink water, and I remind myself to drink water, and I fill the glass, and I take a sip, and you take a sip, and we say, in our heads, water is health, water is clear, water is kind. I clean the table, and I wash the dishes, and I put the dishes to dry, and they shine, and they rest, and they wait for lunch, and they do not complain. And I love quiet dishes, and I love quiet mornings. I brush your hair, and the brush sings a small song, and one curl tries to run away, and I chase the curl, and I catch the curl, and I say in my mind, come back, little noodle. And the curl returns, and the brush is happy, and you look ready, and you look bright, and you look strong. I help you choose clothes, and we choose a soft shirt, and we choose warm socks, and we choose shoes with happy laces, and I tie the laces with care, and I make a little bow, and the bow smiles, and the Bo says, in my imagination, I will hold, do not worrying. I pack your small bag, and I add water, and I add a snack, and I add tissues, and I add one secret thing, and the secret thing is a kiss on a small paper heart, and I fold the heart, and I put it in the pocket, and I say in my mind, this is courage. This is comfort, this is love, and it is always with you. I stand by the door, and I take a big breath, and I put on my shoes, and I take your hand, and we step outside, and the air is fresh, and the sky is light blue, and one little cloud is like a white button, and the sun is like a warm friend, and the street is calm, and the day is new. I walk with you, and I look at the trees, and I look at the birds, and I look at the dogs, and I say in my heart, good morning, world. Please be gentle with my child. Please be kind. Please be soft. I pass the bakery, and the bread smell is strong. And the bread smell is sweet, and the bread smell is like a hug. And I smile, and you smile, and our stomachs sing, and we keep walking. I come to the school gate, and I kneel in my mind, and I look into your eyes. And I send three ideas with my quiet look: be kind, be curious, be brave, and I send one more idea: have fun, and you nod, and you walk in, and I stand and watch, and I wave, and I breathe, and I whisper inside, go, my little one, learn, play, laugh, return. I turn, and I walk home, and I think about the house, and I think about work, and I think about plans, and I keep the plans small, and I keep the plans light, and I make a tiny list in my head, and I put easy dots between the tasks, and I say, laundry today, soup today, email today, clean the table today, stretch today, rest today. And I do not rush, and I do not panic, and I do one thing, and then I do the next thing. I open the window, and I let the air move, and the curtains dance, and the room breathes, and the plants smile, and the desk leaves, and I feel new. I start the laundry, and the machine sings, and it turns, and it turns, and it turns, and I think the machine is a big sleepy turtle, and it spins slowly, and it works hard, and it does not complain, and I say, thank you, Turtle. You are a good friend. I wipe the table, and I clean the counter, and I pick up toys, and I say in my head, the floor is a stage, the toys are actors, the show is over. Now the actors go to the box, and the actors obey, and the box is happy, and the floor is clear. I sit for a minute, and I drink water, and I stretch my neck, and I roll my shoulders, and I breathe in, and I breathe out, and I say, good job, small body. Keep going, slow and steady. I read a short text, and I learn one new word, and I write the word on a small paper, and I put the paper on the fridge, and I say, hello, new word. Welcome to our home. Stay for dinner. Teach us something. I check the time, and I prepare a simple soup, and I cut onions, and the onions make me cry, and I laugh at myself, and I say in my mind, I cry for the Onion movie. It is a very emotional movie, and the pot is ready, and I add carrots, and I add potatoes, and I add salt, and I add love, and I stir slowly, and the soup smells kind, and the soup says, in my imagination, I will warm your afternoon. Do not worry. I go to the school again, and I wait at the gate, and I see you come out, and your feet are fast, and your eyes are bright, and I hold your bag, and I hold your hand, and we walk side by side, and we speak with smiles, and we share a small story with our faces, and we say a lot without words, and we feel full, and we feel safe. I give you water, and you drink, and I give you a small snack, and you eat, and we get home, and you wash your hands, and I wash my hands, and we sit, and we taste the soup, and the soup is warm, and the soup is soft, and the soup is friendly. And we say, inside our heads, thank you, lunch, You are simple. You are good. I open your homework, and I keep it light, and I set a timer, and we do 10 minutes, and we stop, and we dance for 1 minute, and we look like two noodles in the wind, and the wind laughs, and the plants clap, and we sit again, and we finish. And I put a small star on your page, and I put a small star in my heart, and the stars are shiny, and the stars are sweet. I read with you, and I trace the lines with my finger, and I use clear pauses, and I use clear stops, and I show you how commas feel, and I show you how periods feel. And I say, in my mind, commas are small breaths, periods are full rests, and you learn the music of easy reading. I close the book, and I take you to the park, and the sky is still blue, and the grass is green, and we run a little, and we rest a little, and we kick a ball, and we watch a bird, and we count clouds, and we make a wish, and the wish is secret, and the wish is sweet, and the wish is brave. I tell a tiny joke in my head, and I let it come out in a smile, and the joke is simple. Today my shoe said, please slower. And my feet said, we are noodles, and noodles do not run. And you laugh, and I laugh, and the park laughs, and laughter is free, and laughter is health. I go back home with you, and I cut some fruit, and I give you water, and I ask my heart, how are we? And my heart says, we are fine, we are safe, we are tired a little, we are happy a lot. I start dinner, and I make rice, and I cook vegetables, and I add a little chicken, and I add spices, and the kitchen smells warm, and the pan sings, and the spoon dances, and I am the chef, and you are the helper, and you wash a tomato, and the tomato is red, and the tomato is shiny, and the tomato says, in my imagination, I am ready for the show, and the show is dinner, and the show is family. I set the table, and I put plates, and I put forks, and I put cups, and I put napkins, and I invite everyone in my mind, and the chairs attend, and the chairs are loyal, and the chairs hold us, and we sit, and we eat, and we talk with our eyes. Again, and we thank the food, and we thank the day, and we thank each other, and we feel full. I clean the kitchen, and you put the toys in the box, and the toys clap again, and the box is proud again, and the floor smiles again, and the home is calm again. I fill the tub, and the water is warm, and the bubbles grow, and the rubber duck is the captain, and the captain has a big job, and the big job is to keep the peace, and the captain is good, and the captain says, in my imagination, all is well, and we wash feet, and we wash hands, and we wash hair, and we rinse, and we sing a tiny song, and we finish, and we step out, and we wrap in towels, and we are warm. I put on your pajamas, and they are soft, and they smell clean, and they feel like a hug, and I brush your hair again, and the brush hums, and the curls rest, and the curls say, in my imagination, thank you. We are calm now. I brush your teeth, and I count to 20, and I move the brush in small circles, and the foam comes back, and the foam is a white sea, and the toothbrush is a small boat, and the boat sails, and the boat wins, and the finish line is a clean smile, and we win together. I make the room dark, and I leave one small light, and the small light is like a star, and the star watches us, and the star is kind. I tuck you in, and I pull the blanket, and I smooth the pillow, and I kiss your forehead, and I put the toy near your hand, and the toy is sleepy, and the toy sleeps first. And we smile because the toy had a long day, and the toy needs rest. I sit next to you, and I keep speaking, and I keep it simple, and I keep it slow, and I keep it warm, and I keep it funny, and I tell you in my heart about courage, and I tell you in my heart about kindness, and I tell you in my heart about patience, and I tell you in my heart about joy. I say, in my mind, small steps, small wins, small smiles, big love, big care, big hope. And I let these words float, and I let these words glow, and I let these words rest on your pillow, and I let these words rest in your chest. I listen too. Your breath, and it is slow, and it is deep, and it is steady, and I match my breath to your breath, and the room becomes a gentle boat, and the night becomes a soft sea, and the walls become quiet hills, and the clock becomes a kind drum, and the house becomes safe. I think about tomorrow, and I think about breakfast, and I think about socks, and I think about books, and I think about the park, and I think about songs, and I think about learning, and I think about laughter, and I think about rest, and I think about water, and I think about health, and I think about hugs. I promise myself to be patient, and I promise myself to be present, and I promise myself to drink water, and I promise myself to sleep early, and I promise myself to forgive small mistakes, and I promise myself to focus on small wins, and I keep my promises simple, and I keep my promises real. I look at you, and I see your calm face, and I see your soft hands, and I see your warm blanket, and I see your toy, and I see your slow chest, and I see your peace, and I feel thankful, and I feel lucky, and I feel strong. I whisper in my mind, good night, my child. Good night, my star. Good night, my joy. And I send these words to you, and they land like feathers, and they stay. I stand up slowly, and I move to the door, and I do not make noise, and I leave the door a little open, and I let the star stay, and I let the moon work, and I let the night sing. I go to the kitchen, and I wash one cup, and I clean one spoon, and I wipe one spot, and I smile, and I drink one glass of water, and I stretch my back, and I turn off the light, and I walk to my bed. I lie down, and I breathe in, and I breathe out, and I say inside, today we did enough. Today we loved enough. Today we laughed enough. And tomorrow we will try again. And we will try with patience. And we will try with humor. And we will try with care. I close my eyes, and I rest, and I trust, and I sleep, and the house sleeps, and the street sleeps, and the city sleeps, and the stars do not sleep, but they are quiet, and they watch, and they shine. I dream of you, and you dream of me, and we meet on a white cloud, and we eat imaginary pancakes, and we drink imaginary tea, and we talk without words, and we laugh without sound, and we fly without wings, and we return before morning, and we wake with soft hearts, and we wake with clear heads, and we wake with ready feet. I open my eyes, and the day begins again, and the rhythm begins again, and the commas return, and the periods return, and the laughter returns, and the love returns, and the small steps return, and the big hope returns. And I am here, and you are here. And this is our story, and this is our house, and this is our simple life, and this is our long, single, gentle, funny, one tale with careful commas, and with clear periods, and with a warm smile for you.